Greetings, salutations, good morning, and welcome one and all. My name is Michael, I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to our playthrough of Curse of the Crimson Throne, our Pathfinder adventure that is set in the world of Galarian, featuring these wonderful Patreons who have come to hang out with me this morning. Hey guys, how we doing?
Yeah!
Woo! That's what I like to hear. I love the energy. All right. Oh no! Don't stop moving, Holly, like that.
Oh no.
That's okay. I got it.
Come back, Holly. Come back.
All right. Hold on. I got you. There we go. Look at that. Yay. Oh, no, come back.
I'll come back.
Oh,
Fantasy, OBS, doing OBS weirdness. There we go. All right. Now, as always, guys, we're here to play a game. We're here to have a bit of fun. For those of you who don't know, Pathfinder 2nd Edition is the latest edition of Pathfinder from the wonderful minds at Paizo. And the adventure that we're playing is actually a 1st edition adventure, but I am converting it as we play. So as we go through, there may be some differences between the rules. There may be some differences in the story. That's just because, you know, we're having a bit of fun. We're enjoying what we're doing. But of course, we're doing it with you, fine people at home. Now, before we get into everything, we'd like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors, Hero Forge, for the wonderful artwork you can see on screen here. Of course, we also have our character donation from last week, which was, of course, Greer Scourgemore, the Knowlish pirate, who, we'll tell you more about him in a little bit, but he was a donation by our wonderful, wonderful friend, Met Brecker, who came in and helped us out there. And of course, big thank you to our other sponsors, Sirenscape, for the wonderful noises you will hear throughout today's game, because all of these awesome sounds help us sound awesome, such as going... Yes, all the ominousness.
impending doom.
And then, of course, we'd like to give a special shout out and thank you to Fantasy Grounds, which is our VTT of choice. We currently use Fantasy Ground Unity, which is its latest platform, and it does so much stuff for you, makes everything nice and easy, and makes the game accessible to our friends online. And speaking of our friends online, let's find out about our players and the characters that they're going to play. Let's start with none other than the rootin' tootin' shootin' Padrick, played by the amazing and wonderful Twiff. Hello!
Hello. So, Padrick Perdita is a half-elf gunslinger. He was from a sort of upper-class family on his way to study to become a wizard when he was framed for murder, kicked out of school, kicked out of his family because it turned out that his mother had been hiding that he was a half-elf for his whole life, and his dad was not happy about that. Found himself on the streets and turned his talents, since he was no longer going to be studying magic, to studying weaponry, and now is out for vengeance against Gadrin Lamb.
Ooh, very nice, very nice. Next on our list is, of course, none other than our lovely bite-sized, you're not a pixie, you're a fairy. Bite-sized fairy is none other than Holly, played by the incredibly wonderful Malikisa. Hi, Mally!
Rub that one in, huh, Doug?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Hi, I'm playing Holly, who is a relentlessly optimistic fairy. She grew up in a noble family who kept her nose in the books, but not the right kind of scholarly books. She read lots of adventure books. So when her family decided to calm her down and get her married off, she decided to run away. And when she ran away, she was absolutely certain she was going to find adventure exactly the same as she read in all of her books. And she brought her best friend and her beloved companion and mount with her, Penny the Husky. And when she got into the real world, she found out it's not at all what she thought it was going to be. So she had some downs, but she met this wonderful group of people, and she's very excited and thought it was going to be exactly like it was in the books afterwards. And then she's had a few more downs since then.
Indeed, indeed. Next up in our list of these rather inquisitive heroes, we have none other than Quinn, played by the wonderful Ira Janasi. And this is, I don't even know what race you are, but I'm going to guess a human.
Yes. In fact, it's funny because on Fantasy Grounds, I'm a humanoid.
There you go.
Yeah. So and I'm playing investigator class. I'm a private detective of the gritty noir type and a native to Korvosa. I found myself on the trail of Gadrin Lamb by virtue of the fact that the daughter of my best friend had gone missing, and she had been sucked into the nefarious machinations of little lambs that were children that he hooks on drugs and gets to steal for him. Terrible man.
Terrible man, indeed. Can I also say that I've noticed that on your character sheet, your ancestry is Human Quinn, and your background is Dit Quintective.
That's weird.
Yeah? No idea how that happened?
I don't know, unless I was dragging around the Quinn. Oh, yeah, probably.
Just drunk one night when making
right. It's
cheese.
like, can you imagine?
If you grab,
could you
grab the
imagine
window
if
to move it, sometimes you grab your name instead.
could you imagine if that's just how NPCs communicate with PCs? It's like, hey Quinn, how's it going? It's like, yeah, not doing too bad. It's like my owner's like keeps drunk dialing me. just hey, listen, you're Human Quinn now. All right, bye.
Nice.
Hey, you know how you were a detective? Nah, Dit Quinn Detective. All right, bye.
That's like 5 times the detective.
Yeah, just all right. Now you're humanoid. Yeah, I know, right? It's in the name twice, but I'm gonna give it to you. All right, bye. It'd be very funny. All right, Fido, the android ranger, who apparently is both friend and enemy to all things canine, played by the wonderful Chad, who is, of course, also known as the Wizard of D&D. Hello, sir.
Hello. Yes, I am playing Fido, the automaton ranger. He is a animal whisperer-ish. That's what he's focusing on, but hasn't happened so far. Hopefully the Fantasy Ground Dice people will have mercy upon me today. But
yeah, I know the feeling.
Fido was actually couple thousand years old, technically speaking, because he was created a very, very long time ago. And in those bouts of time, he had would take long sleeps, or he would just shut down from the entire world for a while. When he last woke up, which was about 6 months ago, he made his way here. Didn't have any connections with any of the children, because he doesn't really deal that much with some of the humanoids. But he did find a stray dog that he was trying to help and tend to, and that stray dog was stolen, and I think something else horrible happened to him by one of, what's his name, Padron's? No, what is the...
Gadrin Lamb.
Gadrin Lamb's people. And so he went to go and try to find recompense with this person, and ended up meeting this lovely group of people, and that's where we are now.
There you go. And you have gotten revenge, because the instigator of that horrible incident was Giggles, who the group fought against last week and managed to defeat.
Yes,
but it was only then that they learned that Giggles was only a namesake given to him by his evil master, a vicious gnoll by the name of damn it, what was it? It was Greer Scourgemore, who we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah. And last but certainly not least is the wonderful and amazing Dante, played by the even more wonderful and amazing Rykon.
Hello.
Greetings.
Dante, the druid Kitsune, who got into all this mess because a friend of his overdosed on some drugs. Basically because of Gadrin overall, but doesn't exactly know that in particular. He just knows that his friend was given the drugs by someone else.
Mm-hmm. All right, very cool. Coming back to avenge your friend, but listen, I'm only gonna do this once because if I don't say it, it's gonna bug me. You ready? Kitsune. Okay? Yeah, not kitsune. It's the Western way to say it, because the un doesn't exist in the Japanese dialect. So kitsune. Hello?
Hi.
Good. Excellent. Good.
Is this
Not a
thing
kitsune.
on? Hello?
I'm sitting there. Though my inner weeb is awakening. He usually slumbers during D&D sessions. I usually keep him pacified with like copious marathons of like Fire Force and Soul Eater, and but every now and then he's like, "Nani?" No, and then yeah, I have to put him to bed by expressing myself. Anyway, I digress. We're not here to talk about Michael's weebness. We're here to talk about some role playing. So, guys, there are of course a number of ways that you can interact with today's game, because that's what we do. We are inviting you as the audience to not just sit here and watch us play, but to join in on the fun. And there are a number of ways that you can join in. First of all, we have channel points, which have a bunch of cool stuff, including plot twists, which we have a plot twist already for our dear group, thanks to Laura Bones. So thank you, Laura, for that. But there are also other plot twists that you guys can use to grant inspiration, give some insight into a scenario, even summon wandering monsters and wandering bosses. Now, for donations, however, if you wish to support the channel and myself, and of course our little fundraiser that we've got going on at the moment, then you can donate directly to us, giving $5 for a hero point, which you can see most of our players currently possess, or a jinx point to me, which I have one jinx point right there, which will of course be used to kind of get advantage rolls, stave off death, things like that. For $10, you can grant a player or the GM a wheel or woe. Now, this is like kind of like a petition for the GM to do something big, cool, and awesome. This could be like, getting an extra turn in combat, or like remembering that an ally that you had was actually on their way and having them dramatically show up. A whole bunch of different things that could just happen. They're kind of like superhero points. For $20, you can give someone a natural 20. The natural 20, of course, is great, because why roll a nat 20 when you can just have one? And then for $50, you can create a magic item or boost and buff a boss. In addition, we also have a secret menu item on the cards, which if you buy from the secret menu, you can have an NPC introduced into the world, depending on when, how, and where we get it thrown in. The NPC gets put into our secret menu catalog of NPCs. We also have we also include a series of bosses that go into the secret menu, but this is far too early for a secret menu boss, so there is none yet. But there will be at some point. So there you go. Okay. Well, without any further ado, our adventure continues in the city of Korvosa. Patrick, Holly, Quinn, Fido, and Dante have been gathered together by the forces emanating around a mysterious fortune teller by the name of Zilara. She has mentioned that a common enemy to our group, an evil and wicked man by the name of Gadrin Lamb, who uses children to steal money, who distributes drugs and other paraphernalia among the streets, and who is a violent sociopath, killed Zilara's son and stole from her a deck, an important deck of tarot cards known as the Harrowing cards. Zilara has said that Gadrin needs to be dealt with, as the city's guards and town's protectors seem to do nothing in the wake of this man's evil. And it is down to us as members of the city to get rid of him once and for all. Offering you a small blessing and sending you on your way with the location of the old fishery, a hideout that Gadrin had been using for quite some time, the group has gone and begun their assault upon the actual fishery, breaking through the front entrance and dealing with two of the thugs, Hookshank and Giggles. Our group managed to make their way to an old and abandoned ship that was welded and fixed to the side of the old fishery. There they encountered Gear Scourgemore, the right hand of Gadrin. After dispatching him, he managed to get a few good licks in, knocking down poor Holly with a vicious snap of his jaws. He managed to hold Holly hostage in order to secure a quick escape, leaping into the water and swimming off into the night. But the deal is not done, as Gadrin is still at large and lies somewhere beneath the under-pier here. Now, in addition to, of course, Gadrin, there are other things lurking, such as the large fish shape that was seen stalking the waters, and of course, a large spider that seems to be attacking Dante. which is where we begin and continue our adventure. So, getting right into it. You find yourself on the ship. Holly, you have been spun out onto the deck. Padrig, you look out over the edge of the pier towards where Greer had jumped into the water, as does Quinn. Fido, you are on the actual pier itself along with Kane, and you manage to lean over and kind of lose sight of him. Not only is the ocean quite dark, but, you know, again, at night it is impossible to see within the murky and dark depths here. However, a call is cried out as Dante calls for aid. The beacons of Gondor are lit. Dante calls for aid.
I was thinking that reference the entire time you said that.
All right, there we go. All right, let's roll another initiative here real quick. I'll do it on my end, as this is just a perception. All right, there we go. Dante, you're right up front and center. What do you want to do as this spider is crawling up onto you? Now, it's a large spider. It's not just a kind of a tiny one. It's about the size of a pug, maybe.
I definitely want to start attacking it, that's for sure.
All right. All right. As you swing your polymorphed claws directly at the spider, you dig deep into its carapace, dealing 4 points of damage. Very nice. All right.
We're gonna go again.
Yeah. Yep. Second action. You're gonna go again. This one with a -5 penalty, as it is a subsequent attack. Ooh, that one will miss. The spider's limbs are too spindly.
I am going to use my last action to give myself guidance.
All right, very well. Casting guidance upon yourself, you feel a surge of energy rushing through you, and you now feel a little bit more proficient. All right. Next up is Quinn.
Excellent. I'm going to take my crossbow and fire off a bolt right at Mr. Spider.
All right. That is a miss.
Eee.
I thought you said you were hitting it.
Hope springs eternal, doesn't it? All right. So I'm going to move over to behind the spider.
All right.
And I'm going to try to step on it.
All right. Make an unarmed attack against the spider.
I forgot to add feet to my inventory. Hold on 1 second.
Add foot.
I'm kidding. Actually, though, it is not an option for me.
Hey, you've got to add.
Hold on.
All right. There you go. I've just added it for you. Yep, there you go, under fist.
Got it. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Oof, that is a miss. Also, that'll be using your second attack action, but, you know, I mean, a miss is a miss, so...
sorry.
That's okay. All right. So, as you've gone to step on it, you have landed your foot, but it is very big and it is very heavy. And in a relative strength to a spider, this thing is a little stronger than you are. So you haven't had the strength to crush it. More, it's had the strength to lift you up.
Okay.
All right. Fido.
All right, I draw my, I guess it's already out, but I draw an arrow and fire from my longbow at the spider on top of him.
Very nice. All right. Notching an arrow, you send it flying, and that is a critical hit. All right. Deal your damage as the arrow sails through the air at this creature.
The first time I've dealt damage all game.
Is it?
Is it
No,
really?
you've dealt damage before,
No,
haven't
it's
you?
not. I'm being facetious.
Okay, good. Oh, yeah, it's
Nice.
gone. It gone.
It ignored 2 damage.
It did.
No.
That's only because it was excess, and you don't deal damage in excess. But yeah. All right, with a swift arrow flying through the air, embedding in the creature's head, you hear this wooden thunk as it strikes the side of the pier here, and embeds the spider in the wall. It lets loose a few choice shrieks before shriveling its arms inward as it dies.
Then right after that, I run over to Kane to kind of grab him, pick him up, and pull him far away from the edge of the dock and closer to us.
All right. Yep, you do so. As you do so, make a perception check.
Alrighty. I was looking in at the water. Oh. Okay.
All right. Very nice. As you do so, once again, much like Holly did, you see the shadow of something large in the water, kind of moving in and past.
Okay. I call out and say, if we are going into the water, we need to be careful. There is a large fish in there that is probably going to kill us if we get in there.
All right, well, let's not go in the water. Do we know where Holly is, and do we know that she's...
Yeah, she was spat out on the deck. I believe that Holly last time made her recovery check, so she's not bleeding out. But she is unconscious.
No, I'm still unconscious and dying.
Oh, you're still unconscious and dying, so you haven't made the recovery check? Very well. Then we're going to stay in initiative. And Holly, I'm going to get you to make me a recovery check. So roll a flat d20. Your target number is 11. All right, you are still dying. You go to dying 2.
I apologize, I forgot about that.
What's
I was
that?
already at 2.
Are you already at 2? Are you sure?
Yeah, because it was a critical hit that got me.
Ah, yes, of course. That'd be it. All right, so you're dying 3, meaning if you hit dying 4, you die. All right, so that goes to Padraig.
So I don't know how to fix broken people,
Ah, well,
but
I'm glad you asked. The way to fix broken people is with the skill known as
No, I mean I don't know medicine. I'm untrained.
That is fair.
Yeah.
That's true, and your wisdom is like non-existent.
Yeah.
Okay. So just so that everyone knows, so that we can go through this. Stopping bleeding, stabilizing. Here we go. To stabilize, the DC is 5 plus your recovery roll. So that would be 15 plus the dying value, which is 3. So the DC is 18 on a healing check in order to stop
boy.
Holly from dying.
Wow.
Yeah.
I have a
don't know.
potential
It's
chance
probably
of
gonna-
saving them.
Or
I'm
just a
feeling
healing
like-
spell, FYI.
Yeah. I don't have a healing spell either. I will look around and ask, does I don't have any medical training. I don't know if I can make things worse. Does anyone know how to stop her from bleeding, keep her alive? She looks kind of crunched up.
Oh,
I might have a chance of saving her.
really quick again, Michael. I apologize. For medicine, in order to do it, you have to be trained in it in some kind. So if you're not, you can't use it at all.
No, but if you fail, you do potentially run the risk of injuring her, which would kill her.
Okay.
Yeah, Patrick is remembering his inability to stop Queen's leg from bleeding, and is not really feeling like he can really do much here.
All right.
So I will
defer.
I have a
to
question
someone else.
to GM, since we did level up. Do I have to wait till we take a long rest for the spell that I
Yes.
gain? Okay, then yes, then I am going to have to begin heal check
All right.
with my healer's tools.
Okay, let's try it. Here we go. Heal check.
I
As
missed
done-
the chat box.
That's no good. All right, Dante steps up and goes over to Holly and performs the world's tiniest CPR.
Woo!
And because I am some sort of horrible monster,
Oh, that would be a 27 technically because it didn't add the +1. My other thing got removed.
very well. Because I'm a horrible monster, I'm going to get you to re-roll that with a
Reroll
jinx
again.
point.
Yep. You know what? I'll use my point.
Ooh, so you're going to negate mine. All right, very well. It is negated. And Holly, you are no longer dying. You are still unconscious, but Dante manages to stop the wound. All right. Now, Holly, you go from dying to dying 0, but you are now wounded 1. What this means is that every time you go unconscious from injury, your wounded condition goes up by 1, meaning that your dying condition starts higher. So now instead of starting at dying 1, you'd start at dying 2. If you had wounded 2, you'd start at dying 2 instead of, or dying 3 instead of, you get it. All right. Now, at this point in time, you hear a voice coming from nearby. It seems to be addressing Quinn. Psst. Hey, yo. Psst.
I look around.
You can see,
Yeah.
you can see what looks to be a small gnomish individual. Yo, psst.
Yeah.
Get over here.
All right. I'm trying to see where. Oh, no, that's a dog.
It's
Okay,
Rocky's
so-
little brother, Pebbles.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say it. Slash the loan.
You making fun of me?
Where? So I can hear him, but I honestly don't see him on the map.
All right. If you're looking on the map, he is
Oh, right there. Brilliant. Okay,
Right there.
So I'll move over.
all right. As you move over, he says, "Hey, I saw what you did with old Greer there. That was some nice work. Greer's always been a bit of a loose cannon, you know. Didn't like how he treated some of them kids. You here to see Gadrin?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am. Is that a
And
problem?
what pray tell is the nature of your visit? Is it your mutt needs to stop laughing at me, okay? Like I don't like the way he's staring at me, okay? But yeah, what's the nature of your visit here? Business or something else?
It's purely antisocial.
Antisocial. Okay, I can get that. listen, if you folks are heading down that way, then I ain't getting in your way, nothing. I done some work for Gathrin, and let's just say that I've been up here, kind of looking through this here window, seeing how you've handled old Giggles there, and given that I heard the Hookshanks earlier on, now I can't hear him nothing. I ain't looking for any trouble, okay? Listen, my name's Jack Gunn, okay? And I'm the guy who makes the drugs that he uses to kind of placate people. But whoa, hey, listen, I ain't the one distributing it. I just make the stuff, okay? But I ain't got no interest. I got no loyalty here. I just don't want my face scuffed up. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Okay.
So you're gonna
I was
stay
thinking,
out of our way.
yeah, just don't worry about it. I ain't staying out of your way. In fact, I was actually gonna say, hey, listen, if y'all's let me go, and I know you couldn't see me before until I got your attention, and truth be told, I'd much rather you get my attention from me getting your attention rather than having you find me and fill me full of arrows. I seen what happened to that there spider. Ain't interested in it, okay? But listen, I got these here bottles. They're filled with like little healing tonics that I made for myself, okay? I give you 3 of these babies, okay? You take one, call me in the morning. As a little drug dealer humor for you there. But listen, you take these, you let me go. We never saw each other. And yeah, hey, maybe even later on you kind of like the stuff, maybe you come back, you get some more healing potions.
All right, yeah. I
First
think
one's
that's
free.
Yeah,
that's a
first
reasonable deal.
first taste is
First
free.
three.
Yeah, you want that ability to turn your skin into stone, you're getting into battle, you don't want to get injured. Hey, I got stone skin. I got stone skin for days.
Do you? So the 3 healing potions are free.
Yeah. If you're on the house,
Oh, I appreciate that. So how about stone skin?
Yeah, stone skin. Well, I mean, look,
You wanna
stone
throw
skin's
it-
made out of basilisk tears, and those don't come cheap. Uh,
I can imagine. Do you like milk his tear ducts, or what how do you do this?
yeah, no, we just kind of, like, hey, look, just let me be worry about how we get
yeah, it's
the
technical. I get
reagents
it.
here, okay? So let's see, potion of stone skin, plus tax. Let's see here.
Plus tax. Wait, are you actually okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, of course I pay tax. Who
Yeah,
doesn't pay
yeah.
tax? Okay, so here we go. Okay, so that comes to a grand total of 15 silver pieces. Okay, yeah,
All right.
15 silver pieces. I give you a potion of stone skin. Okay.
All right. Yeah, and because I'm a good customer, I know that you're not going to get on my bad side, right?
Hey, Jackagon's only on anyone's good side.
Excellent. That's a deal, Jackagon. Thank you.
Okay then. He kind of roots around in several small bags, and as he does, he eventually pulls out again 3 small vials. They're kind of almost shaped like leaves in a way, with this very, very verdant green liquid. These are the medicinal oils and healing potions that he has. And then in another one, he's got like a square potion bottle with this kind of thick, murky, grayish liquid that sort of spirals with a pearlescence that he hands to you. And that is your stone skin potion.
Very nice. Why, thank you, Jacka. And of course, I pass over the silver.
Yeah, pleasure doing business with you. And look, you ever need Jackagon, you just holler the way. Well, I mean, hey, look, I tell you what, if you're clearing out this place from old Gadrin, I'll probably set up shop here myself, maybe,
All right, but just so that we don't have any trouble in the future, because I'd like to keep giving you my business. No children, okay?
Hey, listen, Jackagon don't go like that, okay? Everything I do, I make myself, I hire folks to get me my own reagents, and look, children are great, but, they cost a lot, so, whatever, if they want to go back to their parents, they want to go to an orphanage, I got no use for them.
Got it. I think we understand each other. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, you too, I didn't get your name.
I'm Quinn.
Quinn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, Quinn, I look forward to continued business. All right. He jumps down from the ledge and then kind of scurries off. He barely shoots a glance at everyone else as you kind of see him distracted by Holly, who's blood, and then Dante's like, "Oh my God, there's so much blood! How is there so much blood in such a tiny body?" And as that happens, Jackagon whisks away into the night.
All right, and since we're still in turn order,
no, we're not necessarily in
Okay.
turn order anymore. Like, it was turn order while Holly was potentially bleeding out, but now that Dante has successfully managed to staunch the wound, you are out of initiative.
all right. Well, then I will cross over to Holly, and I'm going to hold up one of the healing potion bottles, little tiny vial, and say, "All right, guys, I don't know if we can trust it, but she's in a bad way. What do you think?"
Well, I think testing it out on the one who's almost dead is gonna make sure that it either works or it doesn't.
Dante,
Is she
would you
stable
be
right
able
now?
to tell?
I mean, if she takes it
it.
and she wakes up, we know it works, right?
All right. So I administer the healing potion to Holly. One of
All
them.
right. Okay, you're not quite sure how to use it. I mean, again, it kind of looks like an oil more than anything else. So you
Oh,
kind of pop the bottle open. You kind of smell it. You pour it. What do you want? How do you want to apply it?
well, all right. If it's an oil, maybe it's topical. I look at Dante. I mean, I'm trained in medicine.
So am I.
But this is
there
some
a way for Dante
homegrown
to
healing
try
stuff.
to
Would
figure out
I be able?
these?
Yeah, I was gonna say, would I be able to tell how to use it with my skill in Arcana?
No.
If it's a
But
Okay.
Dante or Quinn, if you would like to make either a craft check, or actually, if anyone would like to make a craft check, or a nature check.
I will make a craft check.
Yep, feel free.
I smell it. Homeopathy.
Can I as well try a craft check?
Yeah, of course.
Ouch, Patrick.
It looks like it's a green liquid of some sort.
Yep, some sort of fluid.
I think it's in a bottle.
Well,
Definitely fluid in a bottle.
It could just
Oh.
be a painted glass bottle.
I think at this point,
I'm
Dante.
just going to apply it to her wounds.
Yay! Dag's shady NPC vendor has just tipped $10. Thank you so much.
Nice.
Very nice. Where does that end up going? Let us know. All right. So you're literally gonna have to guess, Dante. Your best guess is that being an oil maybe means an application rather than an ingestion. But beyond that, you've no idea. Maybe you because you
Yeah.
can't drink oil, obviously.
You
Well, I
could,
feel
but
like it
you'd
would be
probably not
safest to
feel good
apply it.
afterwards.
It's safest to apply it topically first, and if then no effect, perhaps we use a second one.
That's what we're gonna do. Hey, we at least got it for free.
There's that, and we know where to find him if he hasn't left tracks out of the town entirely.
That is true.
All right. So I will apply the oil to her wounds.
All right. As you do so, the wounds begin to stitch and mend. Healing. 12 points of damage.
Nice.
All right. And Holly, you awaken.
Hooray!
I immediately look around and don't see the knoll. Did I get him? Did I get him?
You were
You did
great.
very well.
Oh, good. What's going on?
He choked on one of your shoes and died.
Well, he's gone then. Now we have to get Gadrian. Are we ready to go?
One thing at a time.
Take a breather for now.
Yeah. Does anyone else need any of those other potions? I know we took a little bit of, some people took some hits there. I'm
The
all
entire-
right, but
The entire thing was used up, correct?
One of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was like the whole whatever the oil was and the one that we used, it was all gone, correct?
Yes, the one bottle that you've used is all gone. There are 2 more healing potions and 1 stone skin bottle.
While they're talking about potions, I'm going to go into the captain's room. Is there any stuff in there? Did he leave anything behind? Treasure, gold, money, chests?
Roll a percentile. Most of the belongings that have been put aside here are of a, let's say, gruesome nature. Various bits of food and the like. You actually notice that this is what Giggles actually did with the dog. He would catch stray dogs and they would eat it with the knoll. So there's a lot of like bones lying around.
How do I roll the percentile?
Right click on the D10 and then the percentage marker should come up on the little wheel that appears.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. 100. Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, you find tucked away in the skull of a dog, a hidden cache of treasure.
Woo!
What to give you guys? Let's see, because that's 100. 100's like a critical success in my percentage world.
Oh boy.
I will tell you what. I'm not only going to give you, I'm going to give you guys 200 silver, flat out. That's inside this chest. But I'm also going to give you a consumable magic item determined by the chat. So I want chat to throw out some suggestions for a consumable magic item. This could be a potion, it could be a scroll, it could be a prayer bead that has a particular, fireball on it or whatever. Whatever it is, even if you want to homebrew something that is a consumable item, throw it out in chat and I'll pick my favorite one, and then you'll also find that as well. Please and thank you in advance to our lovely chat.
Yes.
All right.
Okay.
Yep, there you go. So that is what you find. You find 200 silver worth of basically assorted coins. So there's some gold, there's some platinum, there's some copper and silver. And then, of course, you find the consumable when we have it.
And I'll shout out to Holly. I'm like, hey, would you mind bringing that ever-burning torch from in there out onto deck? I'm going to see if everybody's okay with me using one of these healing ointments.
Okay, here's the torch. And I found some money, and I think we should keep some of the money, and then I think we should give some of the money to the kids, because I think the kids are in bad shape. So here's 50 silver for the kids, and then here's 50 silver for us.
That works. Is everybody okay if I use one of these vials?
I
Please
said
do.
200, right? Just to clarify.
Yeah, you said 200.
Okay,
I was
good.
like, wait a minute.
Good, excellent.
It's not like we would know.
No, you wouldn't.
So we'll reserve some for the kids if there's any that are still here. If there's not, that goes back in the pot. Yeah,
That's
Quinn,
fair,
I
but,
take.
if the kids are still here, we should give them half, I think.
that's fine. Let's do our job first, and then we'll figure out if there's any kids left, and then we'll give them what's appropriate. I don't have
Okay.
a problem with that. Quinn, go ahead and take that.
Thanks.
You
So
took some hits, so
well, I'm going to apply that. I guess you do the roll, Mr. GM.
Yes, indeed. All right, here we
Is
go.
it possible for me to pursue a lead while I'm doing that?
No, you're kind of focused on what you're doing there. But that is 8 points of healing.
Why, thank you.
All right, so that's 8 points on Quinn.
we got loan left. Anyone else need it? Dante, I know you're all right. I'm doing all right myself.
I could use some, I believe, if everyone else is all right.
I only have 12. I only have half hit points remaining. I could use more.
Then go ahead. It should be to yourself or to Quinn, I think, if you are each are the most heavily injured.
I think Holly is probably in worse shape than I am.
As you say this, there's a soft whimpering, but like kind of like almost like bitten through sharp canine teeth, as Kane seems brutally wounded. Kane's on 1 hit point before death.
Give it to Kane.
Speaking of Cade, has he been worked on for the
Medicine
10
checks?
minute
No.
one?
Oh, I forgot about that. Go ahead.
Because if that is so, I can work on Kane then. Because I know some of us have, I just don't remember who.
Yep, not a problem. All right, make a medicine check. Oof. Yeah, unfortunately, that is not enough to
you
heal.
know what? I'm gonna use
Can
my
I?
thing.
You gonna use
I
your
was
hero
gonna
point?
I'm gonna use the hero point.
All right,
Oh.
use your hero point. There you go, buddy. All right, give it another crack.
Thank you. Oh, better.
That's much better.
Much
Let's
better.
see if you. I don't know if you landed a critical hit, but let's double check our rulings here. All right, medicine. Let's see. Treating disease, treating poison, treat wounds. Here we go. You spend 10 minutes treating a living creature, temporarily treating their wounds, yada, yada, yada. The DC is 15, which is great. If you make a DC of 20, you increase their points by 10, but we didn't. So 15, which means that 25 is the critical success. So 2d8, and its wounded condition is removed.
Nice.
Amazing.
Nice.
You're my
Nice.
hero, Dante.
And there you go. All right.
You're quite welcome.
So you can roll that 2d8 if you like.
Hey, 6 points of health back.
Nice.
Hey, hey.
Oh no, another plot twist has been redeemed.
Oh no. Yeah, I guess technically when we did it the last time, I probably shouldn't have been able to use the medical skill on him. Is that correct? I tried it last time because I'm not trained in it.
No, you don't need to be trained in it. It's just harder. That's all.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, no, I
And
just
to
didn't
do-
want to.
And to do what I was doing, you actually need to have the healer's tools.
Okay.
I do have a quick question. You had raised that if someone untrained did a medicine check on somebody wounded, they could actually do injury if they fail. But if somebody is trained and they fail, can they do injury?
Yes, they can. It's just
You can always make it worse.
It's just less likely because here's the thing: if you're trained, you add your level +2 to the thing. If you critically fail, that is to say, if you fail a DC of 15 by 10, so that means you have to get like a 5, right? The target will take 1d8 points of damage.
Got it. Thank you.
So a trained person is just not even with a natural 1 is not likely. Sorry, except on a natural one, is not likely to injure someone.
Yeah, because it has to have a actual critical failure.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So while we're waiting, knowing that Holly found some money, I realized that I can do detect magic whenever I want. So I would go into that room and just pop detect magic and see if anything pings.
Well, I showed you the magic thing that I got. I just don't know what magic you got yet.
Okay, you did show. Okay, you just mentioned.
All right. The magic thing. We have one suggestion here. And that is a magic rope. Now, this magic rope functions in a very unique way. It has 3 knots tied into it. These 3 knots will expend if you are falling uncontrolled for a distance greater than 10 foot. One of the knots will unbind, and this rope will turn automatically as a reaction into elastic, latching onto the nearest building or structure and then going taut to prevent you from falling. So it has 3 charges of that. We shall call it the bounce back rope. Sorry.
Okay, you can, but I'm going to call it the Peter Parker rope.
You can call it Peter Parker rope.
Well,
No, but you got to say Peter Parkour.
Okay, fair.
Excellent. Beautiful.
Okay, so does Kane have enough hit points, or does Holly get the other potion?
So Kane is healed 6 hit points. Sorry.
Yeah.
So that is 13. So yeah, I mean, you're all roughly on the same amount of damage and hit points. Yeah, roughly, give or take.
Okay.
They're both close to around half HP.
Yeah. Look, ultimately, you can wait an hour, and then Dante can use medicine checks on everyone again, and then see where you're at, or you can like take the potion and push on. The potion at this stage is more of a how quickly do you want to get back on your feet.
Yeah, I don't feel comfortable about waiting around. That gives we've not been quiet, and that gives time for Gadrin to
Especially
slip
with the
through
sound
our
of
fingers.
gunfire.
Yeah. I think we should. Whoever needs that potion, take it.
I pass Holly the ointment or oil.
Okay, Holly puts it on.
While she's doing that, I'm going to pursue a lead.
All right, pursuing a lead. All right, so that's 16 points of healing to Holly.
Wow.
Which restores you to full health. And as you pursue a lead, you so what's your investigation?
Gadrin Lamb.
Okay. So, pursuing a lead, you can see that there is a pathway leading down into the ship. What this means is that likely to get to the under pier, you would have to go through the ship and its interior bowels to eventually come down on the pier below where this current dock is. That being said, there is another way to get down there, and that is via the struts that you can see, kind of on either side of the pier, that also lead down if you don't want to go through the ship.
Okay.
Where was that again?
So the stairs leading down into the ship are here. And the pillars that you could potentially climb down are these ones here, as you can see.
But those go in, those aren't down to the water yet. That's like, what, 10 feet down to the water or 20 feet to the water?
Yes, but just before they hit the water, there is another pier that is down there.
Stairs seem safer.
Yeah, I don't see any advantage considering we've got 2 sightings of something big and ominous looking underneath the water. I think stairs are probably a better choice than shimmering down a slimy, damp pillar right above the water. That's just me.
Okay, who wants the rope and who wants the torch?
If no one else wants it, I'll take the rope.
I'll carry the torch.
If you need a light source in the dark, that's a good idea, I think.
Yeah.
Staircase. We should get moving, though, now, before any word gets to Gadrin that we're definitively here and not stopped yet.
All right.
All right.
Right.
Now, as you head for the staircase leading down into the ships, there is some barking that happens from your two canine companions. Both Penny and Kane start to bark and start behaving erratically. So very, very big thank you, of course, to our wonderful donators in chat. Because they are behaving erratically, they refuse to go down. You will need to leave them here for the next portion.
What I'm looking at him and checking him out, making sure that he's not injured or anything of that nature, and talking to.
No, he's fine. He just does. It's almost like an instinctual thing. Both dogs do not want to go down because of something, not in the ship, but something ahead, as it were.
What is wrong, Kane? Start patting him, and can you stay hidden up here?
He barks. You kind of know this as an acknowledgement.
Okay. You keep a good eye on her, and I kind of motion over to Holly's dog. Help each other out. Keep an eye out for each other. And I kind of give him a scruff behind the ear.
I hug Penny, and I'm not really sure about going down there now because I trust Penny, and she usually knows the good, smart thing to do.
Patrick's going to go downstairs.
I'll
I'm
follow
going down.
Holly, be fine in that the Kane and Penny have each other up here. They will keep an eye out for each other.
I know, but Penny doesn't think it's smart, and she's usually smarter than me. But I'll follow you guys.
All right.
Nothing we've done on this so far has been particularly bright, but that doesn't mean it doesn't mean need doing. I mean, we're walking into the lair of a crime lord.
Before we do that,
Generally a bad idea.
fix my other dagger so I can use both of them.
Oh, yes, I can do that.
Dante steps forward and, raising his hands upon the broken metal of your dagger, a 10-minute process, which I could say would happen around the time that, people are healing and talking and resting up. You watch as the shattered blade itself starts to unwarp and go back to being rigid and functional again. Your dagger is now restored and no longer has the broken condition.
Thank you.
All right. And do I get to add my stolen
quite
things
welcome.
back since they're no
Yes,
longer
you
stolen?
do. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Our heroes steel themselves and begin once again to head down into the ship.
In that 10 minutes, can I try doing that real quick, the medicine check on myself to try to bind my own wounds for a little bit? Or did I already try that once? I don't remember.
You won't be able to do it for an hour because Dante did it within an hour.
Oh, okay.
All right, let me get you guys onto the new map here.
Whee!
All right, there we go. Let me share this map real quick. And this is far too bright for the time of day that we're in. So let me just make some quick adjustments here.
I can't tell.
There we go.
All I see around me is darkness.
Give it a few seconds to just load up the map. it will load. I hope. It should load. Oh, wait, no, it went for you because you're inside the ship for some reason.
I have it.
There we go.
Interesting.
And there.
I can see again.
All right. Apologies, everyone. All right. Now, as our heroes climb down the several flights of stairs into the depths of the actual ship that's attached to the pier, you can hear the sounds of spiders crawling around you, and you can see the large webs made by the multitude of these arachnid creatures just sort of spun completely around where you happen to be. Eventually, you come to a door that leads out onto a dock in the underpier.
I'll move down this way if I can. Can.
Okay, one moment. Let me unlock your characters real quick. There we go. All right.
All right, I will take the rear guard, make sure no one comes up behind us.
Certainly.
Got my bow out.
I'll be right ahead of them.
All right. With weapons drawn and eyes steely gazed towards what looks to be a door at the end of this small and short pier. Now, the pier itself is low and sits so low to the water that you actually have your feet being lapped at by the actual water itself. And every now and then, your feet disappear, and it almost looks like there isn't a pier at all beneath you.
Does it look like there have been any, I don't know how I'd be able to tell, but any potential signs of travel recently down this way?
Hard to say. Like I said, most of the pier that you're stepping on is sinking below the water. So you don't really see anything particular there.
All right. I'll move up to the door and then lay my head against the side of the door to listen in.
All right. As you do so, how are you moving across the pier?
I'm going to be very careful, trying not stepping in the center of it. I'm going to try to step to the outsides as I'm walking down.
As in, like, spread legs, or like on one side as opposed to the other?
Like spread legs.
Okay.
Yeah, spread legs.
Yep. All right, I need a stealth check from you, please. I love how he's gone at the front and everyone else is kind of like, is he gonna die?
While that's happening, Dante is going to start casting Negate Aroma on the four of us.
All right. Okay. You make your way across the deck, or the pier, and there does not seem to be any signs of movement. Just the soft lapping of the water and the sound of the old fishery.
I am going to stealthily follow him.
All right. Yeah, you don't need to make any stealth checks at this point. But you can hear the sounds of the waters. Which I would put on, but apparently I'm not allowed to.
Well,
And the good thing is, the aroma gets negated for an hour.
There it is. Okay, good. Okay.
Dante, too bad you can't do that on the whole building.
If only.
All right. On the other side, you do not hear.
Not smell like fish anymore.
You do not hear anything on the other side of the door.
I will check and see if it is locked. If there is a lock on it.
You kind of very cautiously twist the handle, and it is locked.
All right.
Oh, I can try and take care of that. Now that I got my picks back. And
All right.
I will. So, all right. So, is this thievery for lock picking?
Yes, thievery.
Okay, and does having lock picks do anything additional to that, or
It allows you to
just
make the
allows me
check.
to do it?
Yep, yep, yep.
Okay. All right. I will make a thievery check. So I want to check first, though, and see if there's any traps on the lock.
All right. You cast your gaze up and down its length. You don't seem to notice any traps initially. Make a perception check.
Jesus Christ.
There appears to be no traps.
Okay. I'll
It helps
also.
if you open your eyes.
Yeah. Doesn't sound like any traps. I'll also cast a detect magic in case there's anything that.
Rykon
You know what?
has redeemed inspiration. You may re-roll your perception check if you'd like.
Thank you.
Only because it was a nat one.
All right. With a 15, you see no apparent traps.
All right. Does detect magic pick anything up?
It does not.
All right. All right. I will give the lock a whirl and see if we can do better with this.
Thievery, please, if you would be so kind. All right. You hear the
Ooh.
tumbler turn and click as you undo the lock.
All right. And we'll slowly, try and quietly, stealthily open the door.
All right. Make a stealth check.
Stealth. Rolling well. I'm rolling real well tonight.
All right. Let's see what happens here. Let's see. Here we go.
Time to change my dice.
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. Definitely time for a dice change. All right. Hold on. Here we go. Okay.
Shadow die.
As you open the door, there is this creak of the floorboards as you enter.
Shit.
Now, Patrick, as you do so, let's see, it is quite dark in here.
All right. I do have low light vision, if that helps.
It does a little. It does a little. But let me just add to this real quick. Here we go.
Was there a light in there or no? That's just.
There is light in here.
Oh, okay.
It's not supposed to be quite so bright. So let me just try that again. Alright, so let's try that again, shall we? There we go. Apologies to my audience while I... There we go. Much better. Alright.
All right. Do I see anything?
You do. There's a man at the edge of the room that appears to be kind of leaning on what looks to be a large, like, kind of crutch. And as you enter, he says, "Well, don't be quiet about it. Why don't you step into the light where I can see you proper? Don't you have me waiting now?"
Do I recognize who this is?
You look and you can see this is Gadron Lamb.
All right.
I'm gonna.
I will step into the light and shoot him as I do so.
All right, where would you like to step? Please move your
boy.
character.
Well, let's see. I will step over here.
All right. Make your
Give
attack.
Everyone room to get in behind me and
All
I
right.
will miss him because
Yep. There is a loud bang that everyone hears. And as this happens, we're going to go into initiative, but just give me a hot second while I get something set up super quick. Here we go. Done. Menu, initiative. All right, here we go. Bam. All right. So. Oh, this would be perfect. Oh no, that's too dramatic. Far too dramatic. Dial it back. Dial it back.
Oh,
Look,
I'm scared.
somewhere in between,
we were
please.
in
Thank you.
Barovia for a second there.
Yeah. Ah, there we go. All right. Love it. Okay. Now, as this happens, all of a sudden, I need Padrig to make a perception check.
Sure. Yep.
Oh,
Ooh.
All right, we're keeping this color.
Very nice. All right, you are not flat-footed.
All right.
As leaping out of the water with a tremendous splash is a giant scaled form, razor-sharp teeth set into a large, very, very muscular head and set of jaws. As a crocodile erupts from the surf, awoken by the sounds of the gunshot. Originally, you hadn't noticed him as he looked like just a bit of floating debris, but he very swiftly turns his attention to Padrig. All right.
Ow.
That is a very solid hit with very solid damage. 13 points of damage.
Ouch.
And as he does that, you are grabbed in the jaws of the giant beast and slid back into the surf and disappear below the water.
wow. And we
Of
technically
course.
don't see any of this, do we?
You freaking hear this. Oh, yeah. This is not a quiet moment. There is, you can see that some of the actual floorboards were kind of taken off from the weight of the crocodile having come up. And yeah, you can definitely see blood. Lot of blood.
And I'm pushing in. Go, go, go.
Let's see. Aquatic
I
ambush.
can't yet. It's not my turn.
Yeah, all right.
Death roll. Death roll? Yeah, it's gonna give you a death roll.
Sure, why not?
Because of course it is.
All right. So, I'm gonna roleplay this more than anything else. So, it dragging you back. Here is what's happening. Number one is you have gained the suffocate condition. So you are suffocating as we speak. There are rules surrounding that, but we will get into that in a moment. Number two is your character is flat-footed. As you are underwater in the jaws of a creature, you are also grappled. And as it is death rolling, you are also considered to be prone, as it has knocked you off kilter. And you're kind of being spun about. So there you go.
This is all great. I'm feeling good about this.
Feeling good.
Feeling
Character rolled up, right?
Yeah.
All right. Quinn, you are up first.
All right.
Again, like I said, you just heard this this terrible, horrible noise.
I'm gonna move into the doorway.
Moving into the doorway, you see Gadron Lamb leaning on his crutch, kind of watching the waters as he looks up and sees you enter. He kind of looks like he's taking a defensive stance as he's like, he's just been shot at, so he's kind of like alert. But in the water, you see just this thrashing tail and Padrig's hat floating in the water.
Oh, for the love of... So I raise my crossbow. And I'm going to take aim at the mess. Well, actually, nah. Yeah, I guess I'm just going to take aim.
Take
And-
aim at the mess.
Fire at this crocodile.
All right.
Wait.
Take your shot.
God. I know that's not going to
Unfortunate.
work. Yeah.
Unfortunate. Yes, that will miss quite heavily as your arrow just sinks into the water and disappears below the waves.
Great. There's one I can't retrieve.
You still have one more action if you would like to take it.
All right, I'll try and shoot again, even though I know that my chances are even less now because I don't have.
All right. And that will miss as well. You
Yep.
hear a terrifying sound. You hear
Ooh.
coming from the water, and you see sort of like the waves start to rumble as it makes noise. All right. That brings us to Padrig.
There's a mute. All right. So I'm in a bad way.
Super bad way.
Yeah, I'm assuming, I'm underwater or in this thing's mouth. I'm still going to see if I can try and reload and then shoot it. I don't know if my hand is in its its mouth. It's I don't know. I'm feeling close. I put my gun up against the side of its head and give it a shot.
Okay.
I see what you did there.
I'd say
So
your gun.
while
So is your gun a single shot thing?
yes, it is.
Okay.
So do I have the ability to reload while I'm in this situation?
Because you're using pistols and it is a one-handed weapon, I'd say yes. It would be strained though, so not that it would change anything. Just it's not easy.
Okay. So I will, as I'm reloading, I have my thoughtful reloading. Can I do a recall knowledge about crocodiles? And
You
see
can
if
do
I get
you
the
can do a
guys?
knowledge.
Who I am?
Yeah, sure. You can nature check to know a little bit about crocodiles.
Okay. Let's see. Nature. There you are. Yeah, I don't know anything about crocodiles. 10 and
Okay.
1.
You know nothing about crocodiles. Okay, now here's something to know for your character. Now, for the suffocation rules for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, you're able to hold your breath equal to 5 plus your Constitution modifier in rounds, which is how long for you?
Constitution modifier is a +1.
All right, so 6 rounds is how long you have. We reduce the amount of remaining air by 1 round each turn, or 2 if you every time you kind of take a strenuous action like attacking or casting a spell, etc. Reloading, I'm not going to count for that. So right now you'll only lose 1 round for that. You also lose another round anytime you critically hit, critically fail, or take a damaging effect. Or if you kind of try to speak, you will lose all your remaining air. When eventually you run out of air, you fall unconscious and start suffocating. You need to then make a DC 20 fort save or you take 1d10 damage. And if you critically fail on that, you die. Once you get to 0 hit points, you suffocate, you are gone.
Right. All right, so reloading is going to be 1 breath, and then attacking is also going to be another 2, and so that would be 3 total.
No. It's only a max of 2 per round. Yeah. So if you attack, that brings you to, instead of 6 rounds left, you have 4 rounds left.
All right. I'm going to try... Now, let's see. I'm not super strong, and it's a crocodile. I feel like my chances of getting let go are better if I shoot it in the head than if I try and force my way out. So
probably.
I'm still gonna go with trying to shoot it in the head.
I mean, if you shoot in the head from the inside.
Yeah, exactly. So I will take a shot.
All right.
Second action. And let me find the map so I can take a shot on the crocodile. Oh, hey, I hit it. That's good.
Nice. Well done. Okay.
I'm not going to do enough damage to make it let me go, but hope springs eternal.
Ranged attacks that deal bludgeoning or slashing automatically miss if the target is underwater. Piercing attacks made underwater hit the target and have the increments halved. To deal bludgeoning or slashing automatically miss the target. That sucks. All right.
So,
I'm gonna rule it this way, because you're being grappled by it. You will be able to deal damage. However, I would like to point out that traditionally any ranged attack that does bludgeoning or slashing underwater fails automatically.
Okay,
which is not untrue. So because this is piercing, you're going to be fine. As you take aim and you fire, you manage to strike the crocodile, and you may roll your damage on it. In addition, you may make a... I'm going to go with an intimidation check.
Okay.
This is to try and sort of convince it to let go. This is your warning shot, as it were, in his brain.
And that goes right in the chat, right? Is that on the chat or on the croc?
No, right in the chat. Yep. All right. Unfortunately, what you need is a... I say unfortunately, like I don't actually know the DC at the moment. It's 19 is the DC. Oh, sorry, 15. 15 is the DC.
Oh, fantastic. Do I have a hero point?
You do have a hero point.
I'm gonna give that another whirl then.
Well, if you've got a hero point, you can spend it to give yourself a... Oh, no, you can't do that anymore. Yes, you can re-roll.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lifeguard duty.
I actually missed the chat somehow.
Hey, lifeguard duty, $10 support. Thank you so much. Tell us where you would like to put that $10.
I rolled exactly the same.
Let's see.
No, I rolled a 12. Wait, how did I roll that twice? Oh, was that the one that fell off and disappeared? Because I didn't see that and I re-rolled. I don't know.
Well, let's see. Let's see where the... Let's see. Yeah, no, that the third one won't count, sadly.
Right. Yeah. No, I rolled and it didn't appear, so I re-rolled.
Yep.
And then I had to.
All right.
Well, shit.
Unfortunate, but it doesn't. It just. But you still dealt damage. However, it does not let you go yet. All right.
All right. My last action would just be to reload again and be prepared for my next turn. So
easy done. All right. Gadrin Lamb gets to go next. A wheel for Padrig has been given by chat.
Oh.
So wheels are basically superhero points. They can be used to petition the GM for something wild and unusual, but still within the realms of possibility. All right, Gadrin Lamb is going to hobble over here and say, "You come into my house and you disrupt my poor kin. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this. And he aims his walking stick at you after leaning against the wall and fires at Quinn. As a crossbow flies out and misses narrowly. You then watch as he loads and he kind of twists the crutch around and fires again. Ooh, okay, and that one will miss as well. So 2 crossbow bolts fly out, and you watch as he blast it all. All right, Fido, you're up.
All right. I can't see nothing there, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, who says you can't see anything?
Right. Well, I was looking at the screen.
Oh, you can't?
And
oh, from there. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Let me.
That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah. So this is what he sees. Can I say I love the light filters?
Yeah, it's great.
All right, but yep. Carry on. Where do you want to move?
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I move over here, seeing Gadrin. I keep wanting to say Payden for some reason, but I mark him as hunted prey.
Nice.
And then I'm going to attack him. That's going to be my second action to attack him. Is that correct? Or is it going to be third action because is hunting prey?
Oh, it doesn't matter. The only time your penalties apply is when you make attack action. So this is your first attack action.
Oh, got you. All right, so I will attack at him. Is that cool?
Yep. Perfectly fine. That'll hit.
Oh, it does hit. Holy guacamole. Okay.
Yeah.
5 points. And
What was Patrick's original hit? Patrick originally got a 12. That's why he missed. Yeah.
okay. Using the Hunter's Edge bonus I have, I'm going to try to intimidate him, which will give me, because of Outwit, it'll give me a +2 to the intimidation.
Sure.
And I say, so drop your weapons and surrender now, or you will be downed and fed to your beast in the water.
All right, make your intimidate check.
Oh, that didn't work. Thought I had to do it in there, but anyway. Ooh. That'd be a 17.
All right, a 17 is enough. He gains the Frightened 1 condition. And he says...
And, go ahead.
What manner of mechanical monster are you? Straight from the demons you are. The guards can't do their own job, so they send a walking tin can to come into my shop. I'm no afraid of you. He is very afraid, but he is kind of holding his ground. He says,
What?
Aye, you familiar with my wee beastie? Well, she eats more than flesh and bone. She'll tear that tin hide of yours limb from limb.
Then she'll enjoy yours, greasy limbs. Can I, do I get one more action?
You've moved, you've done your hunter's mark, and then you've shot. So you're done, I believe.
Okay. Just double checking.
Yep. Dante.
Well, first we gotta get into the room.
Mm-hmm.
5, 10, 20, 25, 30. Gonna have to use double my movement, if I remember correctly. Yeah, I have to use double my movement, so 2 actions. So I might as well go the full amount. 50. And then I'm going to cast Electric Arc.
Yep. Do you want to finish that sentence? Just casting it? Like, pew pew, yeah, we won.
Casting on Gator.
On the gator. There you go.
No, Gator, not Gator.
Oh, sorry, Gadrin. No, sorry. Yep. No worries. As your lightning flies out, it strikes Gadrin. He fails his reflex save. And you deal 7 points of damage. As he goes, curse your eyes! There'll be a lot of you. But I've still got one last trick up my sleeve. Alright, Holly, it is your turn.
Okay. Let's see here. 10, 5. Okay. That's one move action. So second move action there.
Yep.
Behind his back. What I would like to do is stab him in the spine and actually shove him forward and get him into the water. So the idea is to hit with the daggers, but also to actually get him off balance and shove him in to give the crocodile another target. Because if we can get him to let go of Patrick, then maybe he'll eat somebody else that's in there.
Alright, well that'll be effectively 2 actions. So if you want to stab, you'll need to make your first attack, and if you want to bull rush, you'll need to make your second.
Okay. I am too small to do that, so I will just go for the stabbing.
Very well.
Alright. If I could find the right tab, give me a second. Okay. Awesome.
Oof. Your dagger swishes past Gadrin.
Try again.
Yep, Rykon comes in with an inspiration for another attempt if you want to take it.
I will absolutely take it.
Alright.
Okay.
That is a hit.
Much better.
By the way, why are they getting a -1?
Why is she getting a -1? Let's have a look.
Because they're also flat-footed, apparently.
Holly's flat-footed?
Why am I flat-footed?
Yes.
Oh, no, I'm flat-footed. Yeah, Gadrin has a penalty because he's got a limp.
Oh, okay.
Alright, 1 point of damage as you stab him in the back. And he says,
I tried.
Well, would you look at that? Never seen quite a little pixie like you before. Maybe I'll hang you up and let the kids entertain themselves with you for a while. As we then go to the crocodile. Crocodile has... Yeah.
So the wheel lets me try and convince you of something. Does that have to be on my turn, or can I do it?
No, you can do it anytime. Yeah. If you want to use your wheel, okay. What do you got?
So what I'm thinking is that the smell and the taste of gunpowder going off in this crocodile's mouth, while it wasn't quite enough to really intimidate him straight away, it's lingering, that acrid, and all of the commotion going on around him. Maybe he senses that his master's under attack. I want him, he's not going to let go. I want him to let me go. He does not have to do it gently, but maybe just kind of toss me off to the side and rethink his attack, what he wants to do, whether he wants to continue crunching on me or someone else.
No, I like that. Okay, I'm gonna take the wheel for that. Great. You're right. The smell of the gunpowder as you've kind of been reloading and stuff like that. Some of the gunpowder has leaked into the water from when you fired, and the shell is kind of poured out. That metallic and gunpowdery taste has definitely left lingering, and he sort of releases you and spits you out. Now, keeping in mind, he's still kind of on top of you, so you're still kind of underwater, as it were. This is you being off kilter and you prone and all that other stuff. But I'm going to remove grapple from you, as you are no longer being grabbed. There we go. All right. Now,
that means he can get away.
In its stead, it does recognize that Gadrin is under attack. and it is going to go for who it thinks might be a viable target. So, right now, Fido, as a mechanical man, it's not going to view you as the target because the lingering bad taste, it kind of sees the metal and it's like, nah, I don't really want a mouthful of that.
Yay.
Quinn, Dante, and Holly are all viable targets. However, if it goes for Holly, it may accidentally hit Lamb along the way. So, I'm going to roll a d4 to see who it hits. So, 1 is Quinn, 2 is Dante, 3 is Holly, and 4 is Gadrin. Didn't want to roll on the thing properly. Let's try that again. There we go. 3. Oh, Holly.
I'm sorry, Ollie.
again.
All right. So, Holly, this... All right. Now, you've got an advantage here that it has to actually come up onto land in order to get at you. But it will use one action to crawl up. And then, as it does so, snap its jaws around Holly with a 25 to hit.
Oh, God.
9 points of damage. Holly is then grabbed.
Yeah, it's a good thing we used that salve earlier on you.
Yeah, no, that is true. That is true. All right.
Holly, you need to stop using that salt scrub to clean with.
How big is Holly? Is any of her visible now?
Probably not.
I'm gonna say no. Yeah, she's probably in its mouth. All right. The gator is then going to use a death roll.
Ooh.
As it starts to twist and turn, Holly, you are now also prone, and the crocodile gains a self buff basically as it's moving to attack. So, yeah, it's basically one action to climb up, one action to chomp, and one action to start rolling. All right, and that is the gator. Quinn, you're up.
All right. As a free action, because he's the subject of my pursue lead, I'd like to devise a stratagem against Gadrin Lamb, noting his crutch.
All right, by all means.
And then I'm going to, let's see. So that'd be 17 plus my intelligence, so 4, so 21.
All right.
I'll take that.
Yep.
Sorry, go.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say, yeah, 21 should be able to hit.
And using strategic strike, which will give me an additional d6 in damage. So I just roll the damage now, right?
Yes, correct.
So
with
I'm
the
gonna
added
be
bonus
using-
for your studied target.
Right. Plus an additional d6. Well, can I roll that separately? Alright. It's just all
There's something
complicated.
I'm curious about.
Yeah, you can roll it separately. That's fine.
Can she still crit when she does that if she adds her bonus?
Only if she... No, she doesn't add the bonus. So what happens is... oh, you mean like with a critical hit with the 27? Oh, actually, yeah. You know what? Let's just check here real quick.
Because I was curious. It's like, can it crit if she
Yeah,
uses
of course
her
it can. Of course it
first
can.
ability?
So
Okay.
its AC is 14. So 24 will actually be a critical hit. So yes, you can actually crit hit. So roll the damage again, including the extra.
Okay, so do it again. 1 second. Oh, wait. Did I not?
You didn't roll to him.
Who'd you roll it on?
Yeah, no, I was.
Oh, you did?
rolling
Oh, that's
them
okay.
at
I
the
can just
same
deal the
time.
damage to him. That's fine. That's fine.
Okay, so
Roll your
and then
it's
roll
the
your
first two.
and then roll your
Eight and
d6.
9. Yeah, 8 and a 1. So 9 total.
Plus 5, plus an additional D6.
Yeah, and
because
an
of-
additional d6. So you got one extra one. So even that extra damage, you roll that as well. There you go. So that's another 4 damage. Whoa, he is not looking great. Okay, yeah, some mad damage happening here as the wounds begin to pile up. Yeah, you start to target his legs, and he says, "Ah, oh, oh, that was ruthless of you, lass. Maybe I should have had you working for me than that mad gnome Hookshank."
Oh, I don't work for people like you. I'm an independent contractor.
He sort of gives you this kind of snarl-toothed grin. As we then go to Padrig, who is in the water.
Yes, I would like to get out of the water.
All right. The water is choppy, but not overly, as, you know, when it hits the ship, it kind of calms down a bit, so you're in, like, this pocket of, like, relatively calm water. Make a athletics check. The target number is 5.
Right. Athletics.
You got this.
Yeah, easy. All right, where would you like to swim?
I want to be away from the crocodile, so I want to climb up over here.
All right. You
And
take a deep breath, and you pull yourself out of the water.
all right, I reloaded already, so can I? Let's see. So Patrick's gonna be a little torn here because he's really out for blood for vengeance against Gadrin. Can I see any parts of Holly sticking out of the gator's mouth?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what?
I'm gonna say you see a leg hanging out of the
he's
jaw.
He's gonna be true to himself, and he's gonna shoot Gadrin.
All right.
Sorry, Holly.
She didn't help me when I was in the croc.
Well, he's thinking practicality. You know, we can all take the croc afterwards.
All right, make your
But,
attack as you
this
shoot
guy
at
needs to get him
Gadrin.
down.
All right, that'll hit.
All right.
Wow.
All right. As the blood begins to pool on Gadrin's chest from the bullet wound, he falls and leans and drops into the water.
All right. I will reload and say, Croc, you're next.
All right. Fighter, you're up.
Spit towards the water.
All right. I'm going to change the croc to my hunted prey, and I will take a couple shots at him.
All right, make your shots.
Oh, I was so close.
Yep, that is a miss, however.
All right, and then second attack.
That'll
Okay.
hit.
Yay. Ooh, not too bad.
Nice. 6 points of damage. The crocodile once again.
And then as I'm dropping down to all fours, I kind of put the bow to my arm so I can run freely on all fours. So I can go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then kind of make my way back, stand back up to pulling up the bow.
Is it an
I'll be
action to
done.
actually transform between your modes?
I'm not transforming. He's kind of got like the dog legs anyway. It's simply me just going down on all fours instead of standing up. I can stand and walk
Okay, as long
bipedal
as-
if I want to, but I can also quadrupedal when I want to.
Yep, not a worry. Okay. That then goes to Dante.
Dante is going to back up just a bit from the crocodile and then electric arc again.
All right, once again, as you launch electricity across the small area, it succeeds and takes only half damage. So roll your damage; it should automatically halve it. All right, 3 damage to the crocodile. This one is just a slight zap. It isn't quite heavy, but you still deal damage. Which then brings us to Holly.
So if I'm prone, can I still use my twin faint feet from inside the crocodile? Like, can I still get stabby in here since I am so tiny?
I don't see why not.
Because, like, I am sick and tired of getting eaten, and I am fed up with this nonsense.
Nom, nom, nom. All right.
Yeah, that's it. I have had it with being inside of things' mouths for the day. I'm done. So, like, I'm pulling out both daggers from inside this crocodile's mouth, and I'm going nuts with both of my daggers. So
right.
I roll the attacks as normal on the crocodile. And the second one, if damage is done, he is flat-footed on the second one.
Right, very nice. That'll hit. Deal your damage, and then he is flat-footed, which I will apply now.
That's the first damage.
Nice. All right, he is flat-footed. Go ahead.
I am going to use my hero point to reroll that.
Very well. Avoiding the critical miss.
I'm absolutely doing that.
Or if you want to, you can use, instead of using your hero point, you can use Odd Bandicoot's inspiration. Oh no, she gave insight. Sorry, my bad. It was insight, not insight. Oh no, it gave inspiration and insight. So yes, you can use Odd Bandicoot's inspiration.
I will use the inspiration and roll the flat-footed damage.
All right, very well. And that includes your sneak attack, which does 7 points of damage. Very nice. All right, back to the crocodile. Being injured and realizing that that he is outnumbered, the crocodile very shrewdly spits out Holly. Just pretty much just chucks her out and then dives into the water and disappears in beneath the murk. And that comes courtesy of the insight bonus from Odd Bandicoot. Thank you so much for giving my crocodile insight. Because it didn't want to die. Well, it doesn't. And I like crocodiles. I mean, I don't know. Being Australian, I love crocodiles. All right. Anyway. The stage is quiet. And Gadrin is dead. His body still lingers in the water. The crocodile nowhere to be seen. Moved on to maybe lick its wounds. You see a large fish shape swirling around the undercroft. And then you see Gadrin's body suddenly disappear beneath the waves, and a large pool of red suddenly soak the water. There's one room in this.
I'm not in there anymore.
Yep. There is one room remaining in the in this place, and as you explore it, it of course looks to be a foul-smelling bedroom. A combination of a bedroom and study with a wooden lumpy mattress, with a wooden bed with a lumpy mattress against the eastern wall, with a round table heaped with a pile of dust, crap, breadcrumbs, several empty wine goblets, fruit rinds, and scuttling cockroaches.
Yeah.
At the foot of the bed is a strong box, large and securely locked. We'll come back next week and discuss what's in there, but most importantly, you see a dresser next to the bed, and it appears to have a sitting on top of the dresser a large, partially moth-eaten hat box.
All right.
Go.
We open the hat box.
Okay.
I will also, now that we're in here, or in his lair, I'll give another detect magic.
We'll come back to that later. Again, we'll
Okay.
we'll do the divvying up of stuff. This is just more the dramatic finish. So, let me cue this up real quick. All right. Here we go. Taking the hat box in hand. Who has it?
I was going
Quinn?
to open it.
Yep. So
Yeah.
Quinn has the hat box in hand. You dust off some of the roaches that are like sort of clinging to this. And it's kind of got this very, very chemical smell, almost like alcohol. You lift the lid of the box. And as you lift the hat box lid, something shocking lurks inside. You see the severed head of Zilara, the woman who had sent you here on this quest, poorly preserved, decorated with unsightly makeup, shaved in several places. You can also see that in her mouth, lodged, is a Harrow Deck, stained with blood.
I react a little to the smell. And I don't quite understand what I'm seeing, but I remove the Harrow Deck.
Since I'm there with her, I want to look at the skull, the head, if I can, not moving her, but looking at how long does it look like it's been dead?
Well, poorly preserved.
It looks as though she has been dead for weeks, which
So
makes
who
no
was-
sense, given that you had spoken to her earlier this evening.
Yes.
You look at the cards that you were given by Zilara from the Harrow Deck, and they are no longer cards. They're more scraps of burnt paper. Almost as if they were an illusion.
Does the
Whatever-
head still...
Oh, sorry, what?
I apologize. Does the head still look like hers after those change?
It does.
Okay.
No, Patrick seeing this is gonna, great. We're working for a ghost. We're working for a ghost, guys. We're working for a ghost. Just what we need.
I was working for myself.
As was I.
Oh, well, we all had our reasons to be here, but we were sent here by a ghost.
But we did the right thing, so that's important. But how are we going to help the kids now?
One thing at a time. There's definitely magic involved in why we're all here, and that does not always bode well. I think we need to get to the bottom of who or what brought us together. We'll check for the kids on our way out.
And with that final sentiment, we will end today's session. The mystery of who sent our heroes here, the presence of her very head in this hat box, and many more answers need to be found. But we will come back next week in order to uncover those. For now, however, thank you so much to everyone who has come and joined us today. Thank you, of course, to the Raiders from the Mercs of Mischief. Guys, thank you so much. It's always good to see you. Sorry, you've caught us kind of at the tail end of today's stream. And Mad Bird stream, welcome in, guys. Guys, we're just wrapping up. But thank you so much for coming and joining us, guys. Also, ladies and gentlemen, please go check out Mad Bird Streams. Mad Bird Streams runs a tight ship. It is a freaking awesome hang. I often hang there if I am just, doing some of my usual game preps and stuff like that. They play some amazing. Nope. I spelt bird wrong because Michael is a derp. Let's try that again. There we go. Boom. Go and check them out. There's a lot of fun. But do stick around for the raid, guys, because we give out channel points during raids, and of course, channel points can be used to influence our D&D games. So yeah, hang in there. Let's see, who are we gonna go and raid? We are gonna go and raid. Who is out and about? Who is doing stuff this time of day? Let's see, who is in the Twitch space? I feel like every time people raid me, I'm like, am I the last one? Robert Hartley. Oh, of course, we're going to go hang out with Rob. All right, we're going to go hang out with Robert Hartley, GM. He is our dear, dear friend, who we are trying to prank, by the way. So anyone who didn't know, you can see down below the dice roller here. We have been trying very, very hard to raise money to kickstart the studio build for the Viva La Dirt League New Zealand comedy group, of which Robert is a member of the cast. We are hoping very, very much that we can raise $5,000 so we can get a mural of my face put up on Robert Hartley's office so that he has to look at me every day he goes to work, because so we're gonna go and raid him, so be sure to give him all of the love. Do redeems carry over? Some of them do, some of them don't. So we used, I think, both your insight bonus and inspiration this week, because Holly used it to get that second shank in, and insight bonus went to the crocodile, who figured out he didn't want to die. So yeah, we got those ones this week. But yeah, normally channel points don't, but everything else will. All right, thank you once again, everyone. Yes, so yeah, donations always go through. Be sure to thank, of course, our sponsors, Hero Forge, for the wonderful artworks, for Fantasy Grounds for this VTT that we used, and Sirenscape for the beautiful noises and sounds. Till we meet again, as always, throw out those raid emotes, unleash the horde, until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone!
Bye.